And welcome back to the next new episode of the Book of HERBrews. Welcome as always, I'm Pastor Brian.
Pastor Gregory.
And it's great to have you this morning. So we start talking about what great conversation piece could we have this week as we bring in some knowledge, some wisdom, some humor. But let's get down to the serious business. It is election week.
Yes.
It is everybody's focused in on the election. So my big question for you as we look at what's going on in the world today and we look at all the seriousness of everything that's going on is, when do you guys put up your Christmas tree?
Okay, so before I was married, it was day after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
We would put it up, and that's what we did. Right now, I think we have one, but it's like this little...
You have one up?
No. We have a Christmas tree.
Okay.
We didn't... We had a Christmas tree last year, but we have like a little one.
Yes.
I don't know when we'll put it up. I'm personally not a you gotta put it up early and like it needs to be up before Christmas.
With 2020, I've seen literally people who are like, listen, it's been a hard year.
Yeah.
Everybody's just in a doo-doo mood. I'm putting my tree up this weekend. Like, I've literally heard people talking about putting a tree up.
I see trees that are already up.
I get the sentiment. I listen to Christmas music year round.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy Christmas music. It's relaxing to me. I just love the festivity of Christmas. Do you believe that Christmas overshadows Thanksgiving now? Do you think people take away from Thanksgiving? Because to me, Christmas starts November 1st, and you go all the way up until the day of Thanksgiving, and then you stop Christmas, and you focus in on Thanksgiving, you eat turkey, you watch football, and you eat pie, and life is good, and you eat until you can't walk, and then the next day, and for us, we're day after Thanksgiving people, where we put up our Christmas tree then, and blast even louder the Christmas music, because then it's okay. But that's our feelings.
Yeah, I think we've always been people that we don't really talk about Christmas until after Thanksgiving. So I think
I love Christmas.
So
I love that Christmas candy's already out.
Yeah, like my parents, they're huge Christmas fans.
Yeah.
I'm don't get me wrong, I love Christmas. I'm just not necessarily I need all my Christmas music and that's just not me.
Oh man.
I love Christmas.
It's the most wonderful time.
Yeah, see, and then that's just not me. I'm there's snow on the ground. And
I hate snow.
Me being a baseball person, I'm that's the one time I can't play my sport.
There you go.
So it's not even that I'm not a Christmas person, it's that I'm not a winter person.
Yes. And see, I would love, I don't mind cold. The cold, I can bundle up. I hate snow. I know people are going to dog me on that, but I hate snow. It's cold, it's messy, it's wet, it makes driving stupid, you have to plow, you gotta do all that stuff, and I know in some places when it snows, it only snows a little bit and you don't have to really worry about it. Here in Spokane, when it snows, it snows,
yeah,
and it doesn't stop, and then we have winter, so we have a great summer season, well, we have a short summer season, then we have a smoke season, and then we have winter, and winter goes all the way up until summer again. We don't really get a spring, except for the 2 days where it says, okay, catch your breath, here we go with your summer. Exactly. But other than that, it's cold, and the snow stays. I hate snow. But I love Christmas. I liked so last year, Tanya and I went to, we were incredibly blessed to be able to go to Disneyland for our anniversary last year in December. And it was amazing. That was the first time it snowed, and I loved it. When we were on Main Street looking at the castle, they were doing all the lights and everything, and they had it snow in California. It was fake snow, but I loved it because it was gone in a matter of seconds. That snow? Yeah. All that. That's great.
That's awesome. That's great. Yeah. For us, so okay, with snow, I'm not necessarily against it. I just don't necessarily like it.
Hate it.
But I definitely do want snow the 24th to 25th.
Yes,
the 26th,
one dusting where it's a white Christmas, and then give me 70-degree weather. I'm good.
I'm down with that. Yeah, that's fine. And I always at Christmas and Christmas Eve. So for our tradition on Christmas Eve, we always go out and we go Christmas light watching. We go to the places that do it up. Maybe that's just me because I like lights.
No, I love that. I think that's
awesome.
amazing.
And
We do that. Not on Christmas Eve, but we will drive around town and go Christmas light looking.
Yeah, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a great thing, and it's always better when there's white on the ground because you get the reflections and
reflection.
stuff.
I see that. I just hate snow.
Yes.
I hate the effects of snow. I love the essence of snow, but I hate the effects of snow.
That's a good way of putting it. Like, you know, snow as a theory.
It's pretty.
Great. It looks
It's
great.
gorgeous. But then when you have to walk in it, drive in it for months, that's terrible.
It gets boring. Really
So,
quick.
I mean, we jump straight to Christmas, but like Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Do you have any like Thanksgiving traditions that you guys do?
So it really depends on the year. So like in our family, some years my parents will go out and there's like these condos. Like my grandpa has like a timeshare, and there's these condos in like Hayden, and we'll go over there
Hayden's
for Christmas,
gorgeous.
and it's awesome. It's especially that time of year.
I would retire now.
It's awesome, and so we go over there and we do that. So that was usually like every other year, and then the other years we would go with my aunt and uncle, and we do Christmas out there. And my aunt is like the best cook I have like ever known.
Challenge accepted.
And so it's great. We go out there and you know she cooks and we bring like rolls. Like we go to Costco, we buy like a big bag of rolls.
And that's the thing. You can't just.
Yeah.
You gotta make your rolls. No. You go to Costco. There's two things for Thanksgiving that you buy at Costco and nowhere else: rolls, pumpkin pie.
That's true.
Costco has the best pumpkin pie.
100%.
100%. They're huge.
And
they're cheap.
They would feed an army.
Yeah.
So yeah, we go out there.
An army or just me.
Either
I
way.
ain't gonna lie. Give me a can of whipped cream and a fork and we're good.
We watch a lot of football.
Yes.
Football's awesome.
I watched Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
Really?
Yep. I
So
love
I
it.
don't think we've had. We probably have.
I actually just watched it the other day.
Really?
I did.
Like getting in the mood.
I just we're home and I wanted to watch, you know, because I mean we had that Halloween holiday that nobody likes to talk about in churches because it's bad. But you know what? I'm not celebrating Halloween, but I wanted to watch Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. 'Cause I love Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Cartoons are great. And so I watched that, and so, but we didn't have that. We used to, and I couldn't find it. So I was like, well, next best thing. I'm gonna watch Thanksgiving, and so that one's one of my favorite Charlie Brown ones.
Yeah.
Even more so than the Halloween one. Best one's definitely Christmas, but the Thanksgiving one, it always makes me laugh because Charlie Brown makes Thanksgiving dinner for his friends. And he cooks toast and gives jelly beans.
Yeah.
And so it just, and you watch Snoopy when he's doing it. It just always brings me joy. So, like, what's your favorite side dish for Thanksgiving?
Okay, so I don't think this is.
And here's the thing: mashed potatoes and gravy doesn't count because that's the side dish.
Yeah. No, so we make. I don't think every family makes this, but it's like this. So it's like cheese and like green beans and like celery, and then it's topped with like Cheetos. And there's like some rice in there.
What?
It's this really weird casserole, but it is so
Has
good.
anyone? Now listen, I was straight up down, like, all right, okay, I see where you're going with this. And then he says, and then we put Cheetos.
Okay.
He says Cheetos on top of it, and this whole conversation went like, what? Okay, explain this to our people.
It's so
That's
good.
so new.
Okay, so it's you know you get your vegetables in it, and the only way you're gonna eat vegetables is you can smother it in cheese, right?
Not true for me.
Okay, true
But,
for
okay.
me. Okay, I do not eat vegetables. Like my family, we don't eat vegetables.
Okay.
Because if we can see the green,
It's
we'll eat
terrible.
it.
Right,
So we
okay.
had to like smother it in cheese.
Okay, fair enough.
And then
I
we
like
felt
that.
like we could still see it. And we
So-
could feel it with the crunch. So
Oh.
we decided to put Cheetos on top.
There you go.
I don't know if that's actually how it happened. That's my
You know,
thought.
it's kind of like it's no disrespect to whoever invented this dish.
I don't know.
And if it's your mama, I love your mama, so no disrespect to your mama.
I don't know.
But it's like the seventh graders version of green bean casserole.
basically.
Because, and why I say that is I remember being like in junior high and stuff, and you get that school lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And you get that chicken sandwich that just tasted like cardboard.
Mhm.
So you put Cheetos on it and then dip it in ranch.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why I say like it brings me back to that.
It's
I got this. And then you get that crunch in the Cheeto.
We won't eat anything that is green. Like we'll eat like other vegetables, just if it's green, like broccoli, celery.
So would you eat Brussels sprouts? See, I hated Brussels sprouts growing up.
I'll eat them. But you guys smother it in cheese. I can't see the grain.
If I could, I don't know if I could cover it in cheese. Like that would ruin it for me because I hated them growing up. And then as I, and it actually has only been a couple years, probably since, I mean, when we moved here in Spokane, I think was the first time I ever cooked them. I was like, and Tanya would cook them, but people always boiled them for me, and I think they're just good.
Yeah.
They're disgusting. And you know, watching all the cooking shows I watched, they were always doing Brussels sprouts, and I'm like, I'm gonna try this because obviously I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And so I grabbed a recipe, and what you do is you blanch them first and you get them soft, but then you fry them, and you fry them in a skillet, pan or whatever, or roast them.
Like
I roast them
fry
too.
or something like that.
Yeah, shallow fry, or you roast them. I'll put them in a roasting
Yeah.
dish and roast them, but I'll season them. But then I also do something a little different too, because I mean I have grilled onions in there, but then I chop up. I get this stuff called KC bacon, and it's a kind of like a Canadian bacon.
Yeah,
It's a smoked.
Okay.
It's American though, not that Canadian stuff. No offense, Canadians. But I chop up the KC bacon into some big chunks, and we throw that in there with it, and cook it up to where it gets this great flavor, and then you get these big pieces of bacon in it, but it's fried, not boiled. And so it changed my whole perspective. So that would be my favorite side dish. And I can eat Brussels sprouts like that every day. It is my favorite vegetable now.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's a good, like,
that is a staple at my house for Thanksgiving now.
I've had Brussels sprouts once, and they were boiled.
Oh no, they're
Not
terrible.
seasoned well.
No, terrible.
Yeah.
To me, no one in their right mind eats it like that. And I love you, Dad. You know, I know the Book of HERBrews says boil it and put it in butter, but that's found in the Book of HERBrews, chapter 5, verse 14. But boil it and put butter on it. That's how you cook everything.
So, don't want to insult these people, but at Thanksgiving, I'm not going to say who they are, but if they're watching this, they'll know who they are. When we get our turkey, we get all of our side dishes on the plate, and we pass the butter around for like the rolls, right? Because I remember the first time I was like 10 at Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm putting butter on my roll, and I pass it to the person next to me, and I see them just go, and just put a stick of butter just on the side of the plate. And I'm thinking,
That's new.
it's a little different. I'm like, oh, maybe like they're just gonna dip some stuff in it, right? That makes sense. Start eating the butter. It's like just butter. Like, butter is a side dish at this Thanksgiving. I'm like, what?
Hey.
I'm like I've seen Paula Deen, but I feel like this is another
Have
level.
you ever seen those people? Like, I know people who've taken like sticks of butter and dipped it in like sugar or cinnamon and stuff.
Yeah,
and
no,
eat
they
sugar.
just straight
and
up
like at the
soft
fair, they
butter.
have deep fried butter.
Yeah, like that would be the type of thing they eat. I'm just like,
Do you want the dish? Like,
right? Yeah, and it wasn't like a lot. 'Cause I mean, probably eating straight butter isn't like the best
Probably not
for you.
Listen, your butter intake is way too high. How do you know? You smell like margarine when you sweat.
Exactly.
Like, come on.
But they just, I mean, good little chunk on their plate.
I'm gonna try it this year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a go. You know, it's gotta be soft. You can't have that hard.
No. And then it was always softened butter. It wasn't like, like the things where you go to a church, and this is no offense to church, but you have like the little gold things of butter, and then you can tell they've been in the freezer.
We have those. Yeah, I've had to use them before, and I'm like, I literally put them in my hands and go like this to try to soften it.
That's your only chance.
Yeah. Or put it in the microwave for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, so favorite Thanksgiving pie. Because to me, Thanksgiving pie and Christmas pie are two different things. There's different, because for Thanksgiving, to me, a Thanksgiving pie, I want a cream pie, like a chocolate cream pie or a banana cream pie.
Okay.
And then like pumpkin it's not a fruit, I don't think. It might be a fruit, don't quote me on that. And people go, whatever. You guys are so smart.
Well, it has seeds, so if you're going by that rule, then it would.
But it's a squash. Is squash a fruit? I don't know. Either way, it's a pie, and they make pie out of it. And, but it's not like a fruit pie, like a blackberry
So if you
or
like
cherry or apple.
You have to have a fruit pie for Thanksgiving.
No, I want like a chocolate pie for Thanksgiving.
Okay, so you want a
Christmas, I would do more of a fruit pie, like
Okay.
a blackberry pie or
Yeah.
a strawberry rhubarb pie.
I like
Peach
so
pie.
Thanksgiving. I'm 100% pumpkin pie.
And
like,
see,
you can't get me away from it.
I like pumpkin pie. I used to love it, but I don't know. I'm just kind of over it.
Yeah,
I'd rather have chocolate, like a chocolate cream pie. I miss my grandma's chocolate cream pie. They were amazing.
See,
They were nothing special. I literally think it was a Jello packet, but it was grandma's.
Something I did, yeah.
And when you can't have it no more, you miss it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I could do chocolate cream pie.
yeah, she used to have these little chocolate chips that would be in the middle and cover it with Cool Whip. It was nothing fancy, literally nothing fancy. But it was and grandma's house. When we go to grandma's house for Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
you had Thanksgiving pie, which is for dinner.
Yeah.
And everybody, would eat pie. But then when you go home, everybody had their own pies. So grandma would make pies. And normally I get my own chocolate pie, but I also get a pumpkin pie because she knew I like both.
Nice.
So I get pumpkin pie and chocolate pie, and I get to take my own home just for that. And everybody had pie.
Wow.
Everybody walk out with pies.
Yeah, I have to pitch that idea.
It was great. And then Christmas comes around, and we didn't do like fruit pies or anything. It was still the same pie.
Mm-hmm.
She would make a chocolate pie, which was just a chocolate pudding type pie type deal.
Yeah.
She'd make chocolate pie. She'd make every now and then she'd make a banana cream pie. She'd make a lemon meringue pie. And then we had pumpkin pie, of course. All those pies that I remember growing up, and they were just. I mean, you walk back into our back pantry area where grandma's house is, and on the deep freeze, the chest freezer, the top of it would just be covered in pies. I mean, there'd be 20 pies. Yeah. Life is good, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing I'm looking forward to most of, food wise, is little lemon squares my aunt makes.
Lemon squares.
With lemon squares. And I don't know what she does. Because I've had lemon squares from like other people or like from the store or whatever. They're alright.
Yeah.
But these lemon squares, like, I will literally fight people for it. Like we're all like walking in, and it's like who can get to the lemon squares first? Because they're just gonna take them all.
Tanya makes truffles.
Okay.
So she'll make Oreo truffles. She's made Snickerdoodle truffles. She has made several different kinds of truffles. And then she also makes brown sugar cookies with this frosting on it. My dad and I have gotten in trouble before because she made a batch that she was supposed to take somewhere, and the batch was like 24 cookies.
Uh-huh.
And when you start eating, and they're fresh and warm right out of the oven, and you don't really think about what's going on, and then they're gone. So she had to make another batch. She was not happy. They are some of the best cookies in the world. But she makes those. Tanya makes really good brown sugar cookies. She makes amazing chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
Shout out to, which I don't know if she'll see it, but shout out to LaDonna for giving her the recipe. Friends of ours from Vancouver. But then her truffles, to me, are second to none. They'll give you diabetes, but they're worth it. Like I'll
100%.
I can live with it.
Oh yeah.
I can live with it. You eat 3 of them, you will go into a coma. Like they're sweet, man. They're so good. So Thanksgiving, day after Thanksgiving, you put up a tree.
Yes.
Us too, and then of course the Christmas season truly begins, and we go from there. So, with that. I think tune in next week. I think we should do a poll. Let's see, to all our listeners and watchers out there.
Yeah.
Let's do a poll. What is your favorite Thanksgiving side dish? Comment in the comments.
We'll put a poll.
Okay, we'll put a poll
on
up.
Facebook.
And you got to put up the Cheeto green bean casserole. See if anybody votes for that.
Did anyone? Okay, I need to know if anyone else even eats that.
Yeah, I would love to know that.
Because I feel like it's just an us thing because we're weird, but like.
Hey, I'm willing to try it.
Hey,
it's not a no.
I'll
It's not a hard pass.
I'll bring some.
Yeah, bring it to the community Thanksgiving dinner.
There you go. Because it doesn't sound good. I will give it that.
It didn't sound bad. It just caught me off guard. I ain't gonna lie, caught me off guard.
But I just like it. Like there's no getting around it.
But that's the thing. There's certain things that families do that other families go, that's so weird, but to you it's normal.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, our family. For us. We'll talk about Christmas next time. For us, here's our family tradition for Christmas. We open our presents on Christmas Eve.
Just something that might sound weird.
Yeah. And then we sleep in on Christmas. Because everything's already open.
Yeah.
So
That's nice.
So, yeah. Well, with that, there'll be some polls about Thanksgiving and stuff like that. So we might even ask the poll of like, when do you put up your tree? like and share, and let's continue to build the kingdom for His glory. And we'll see you next week. Have a good one.